One,
2, 3.
go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Brats in the Back Row. Shut up. The podcast where one of us forces the other brats to watch a movie of their liking. I'm Emily.
I'm Allie.
I'm A.
And I'm Sarah.
And this week, I forced the other brats to watch the 2010 classic Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Why? Sarah's ass is in the frame.
10 seconds into the episode.
She's also left. Like, I'm gonna keep going. Anyway. Oh my god! It's like you're shooting in my ear. Like, it's so loud. Anyway, we watched Scott Pilgrim. I love Scott Pilgrim so much. But before we get into it, how was everyone's weeks, months, years, lives?
This question's so difficult when we've been talking
For like an hour and a
for
half.
hours. Yeah.
Well, we
already covered all the bases.
We
Oh,
covered
you know what?
everything.
I would like to give a shout out. I sent a reel to Emily the other day.
Sorry about
Emily is
that.
a big fan of the Coppolas. And I found this reel.
who we'll get
And
into
it's called
actually.
Nepo Baby. I've started memorizing it. Do you know it? It's
No.
the Nepo Baby vocal warm up. But these creators did one based just on the Coppolas. And so I
Okay.
sent that to Emily. And I thought it was just fantastic, and I think everyone should know about it. Everyone should be doing the Coppola vocal warm up.
Vocal
Okay.
warm up.
That's my message for this.
How does that?
Vocal-
How do you do that?
It's
We'll
hard.
It
Link
goes-
to it in the description
It is kind of
below.
hard. Oh yeah, we will be
We'll
doing it.
link it in the Instagram.
Yeah.
They're like clapping the whole time, but I can't do that because I'm holding my mic. But it's Carmine Coppola, Big Daddy Coppola, had many Coppolas. Let's begin. And then it's who's that? I already forgot. Who's the big guy?
Francis Ford.
Francis Ford. Francis Ford Coppola had 3 Coppola.
The Coppola?
Sophia Roman had 3 Coppolas. Oh yeah, had 3 Coppolas. Sophia Roman, Giancarlo
Yeah.
Coppola. Yeah, Giancarlo
Okay.
Coppola had 1 Coppola. Gia Coppola, clap, clap, clap. Sophia Coppola, had a very famous Coppola, had no Coppolas. Mary Thomas Mars had a little baby, named the baby Romy. Romy is a singer and a model and an actress.
How do you know all this?
actress?
She's been memorizing.
Because I watched it like 30
She's
times in
watched
a row.
it religiously.
Yeah. Speaking of an actress, Talia Shire, Francis Ford's sister, Talia Shire, had 2 sons. Maybe you've heard of them, Jason Schwartzman.
And Robert
Schwartzman?
Schwartzman.
And before we
Okay.
turn the page, let's talk about Nicky Cage. He thought he could. What is that's the part. I haven't gotten to that part yet.
I know none of it.
Yeah.
I just watched it and I went, yes.
Wow.
Yeah,
So I'm
I'll put
proud
it
of you
into
for
the mic.
memorizing.
Thank you. It's just so fun. It's so fun to do. And I'll play the real stuff. I'll play the real thing into the mic right now.
We're gonna get copyrighted.
Oh yeah, huh? Never mind.
We'll link it in the
And-
description.
We'll link
link
it in
it.
the description below.
Mhm.
Thank you, Allie.
Oh my god.
You're
thank you,
welcome.
Allie.
The riveting performance.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm part of my week. I'm employed now. Thank God! Please don't play it. Please don't play it.
Last episode.
Oh okay.
Emily was employed last episode, but last episode was a bit of a sad one.
Well, yeah, I can't say. Well, and
Yeah.
I also just got employed at that episode. Like, I was in the work clothes. Like, I had to be
Yeah.
in. But now I'm employed. I won't say where I'm employed, but it's good. It's
Well,
good.
yeah. Good.
I can see the
You were on
sun.
Yeah, we're all making moves.
We're all making moves.
Yup.
It's all
And
good.
Emily got a phone number. Ooh.
Oh, I did.
Did
And
we ever?
Oh, that's
Did we
right.
ever figure it out what kind of phone number that was?
it's leaning towards something else. He and I have texted every single day.
Oh, Jesus.
Listen,
Okay.
I like attention,
A man.
so I don't know. This
This
is
next-
interesting. Yeah, so that's my life right now. Employed, A man.
Okay.
Suitor.
A suitor. A gentleman
Suitor.
caller.
A gentleman caller.
I love that phrase, gentleman caller.
I love
think
it
it's
too.
so funny.
I love it too.
That's what Sarah
know.
has. Sarah has a gentleman caller.
Sarah has a
He's
gentleman caller.
commented on our videos with the.
Has he?
I saw it because I was looking. I was like uploading the stuff, and it was like a new comment, and he was commenting on that one guy that we don't know, and he's like, "Oh, I wish Sarah was back," and he commented, "Yeah, I wish she was back too." And I was like, "Dude."
Dark. Oh wait.
He's
Is it Dark Ranger?
he's a loser. He's such a
He's
loser,
a
guys.
loser. He seems like
No
a nice
shit.
person.
Oh wait. Oh yeah, it is. He totally has a video.
No,
Of
that's
our
why I
college.
looked, because I was like, okay, he's at like.
That is our college. Awesome.
He's a loser.
He's a loser, but he's a gentleman caller.
A gentleman
Well,
caller.
he's my
Gentleman
boyfriend and a gentleman caller.
Oh, did you decide? Slay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Sarah, what
Oh
about
my
us?
God.
What about everything
What
we've
about
been
everything
through?
we've been through.
What about trust?
Where's my High School Musical stickers that Allie got me?
Yeah, and you will be getting more. They found them at work.
Oh, good.
It's like a 30-pack,
What?
so you will be getting more.
That is insane.
You know what?
That's a big sticker.
Did
I
you
was in
not
the
give
store
her
Cut it out.
restroom.
That's from like a
stickers?
whole sheet.
Oh.
I
Oh,
think I
yeah.
got those.
One sheet.
I have more. I had this whole sheet, but then I sent one. I sent the one with Zac Efron's face on
Yeah.
it to Allie,
Troy Bolton.
and then
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm
and then
gonna-
I have another. I have another one on my birth control case, right there. Oh,
Gotta
this is,
go
this is the
your own
February
way.
birth control. This is the February birth control case, by the way.
That's good.
I never sent you
Nice.
a picture. Yeah. Yeah, I will. Be
I saw
expecting
those
more.
in the. I saw a bunch of High School Musical merch in the storage room.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They must have
They
a lot.
start. They did. They start just like handing it out, and they were like, "Do you guys want High School Musical glitter stickers?" And I was
Yes.
like, "Sure."
Absolutely.
I have.
I know.
Yeah.
That's
I
so
was like, I'll
funny.
take them, I guess. I have them now.
That was
yeah.
our generation.
Yeah.
That shit fucks.
These kids
Yeah.
don't know.
If you ask if you ask them like, "Do you know about High School Musical?" They'll say yes, but they're talking about the TV show.
Oh,
If you
isn't that
remember-
crazy?
Oh, the bad one.
No.
Yeah.
That show's
Bad and
crazy.
evil.
That show is.
Crazy show.
JoJo Siwa is in the 3rd season. She plays
Is it
one of. They go to camp.
Regular?
They go to camp.
Yeah, aren't they at summer camp in season 3?
And then one of the girls is a lesbian, and her ex-girlfriend comes, and the ex-girlfriend is JoJo Siwa.
Oh,
You know
my
this.
God. I'm gonna say this. It might be controversial. I feel like JoJo Siwa is like a fake lesbian.
Oh, controversial, but maybe. Who knows?
Controversial. I don't know. I feel like she's putting it on too much.
Mm.
And maybe I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong about this. If something doesn't feel right,
Something's off.
something's off.
Wow.
Okay, anyways.
Anyways, anyone else got anything?
Let's see. I have no updates. I have no gentleman callers.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Some-
I haven't even
sometimes
looked
I-
at a man.
haven't even looked at. Sometimes I wish for a gentleman caller, but then I'm too standoffish and I don't talk to people. So gentleman callers are not coming my way, which is fine.
I realized that my natural, like, I guess talking to people is flirty, and I was like, oh, Libra tendency. I was
It's the
like,
Libra.
Yes.
Libra tendency, and then, but I was like talking,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh my god. I was like, the woman was too stunned to speak. I was stunned for myself.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yes. You didn't know you were capable of this.
I
Which
didn't.
is
I'm a
power.
loser. Loser.
Oh, don't
Loser.
say that. I feel like I'm the same way. Like I say something and it sounds flirty, but I'm not flirting.
Well,
It's
Sarah,
just-
when you and I flirt with
You're
each
just
other, it gets crazy.
That's real.
Love.
That's real.
the sparks.
It's like an explosion.
Well, you're an air sign and I'm a water sign.
Oh, so we're
it's like
compatible.
tsunami.
Oh, what?
Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Tsunami.
Then it makes sense. It's a hurricane. It's a hurricane.
What?
Hurricane.
Tsunami would be Earth.
Hurricane, babe. Yeah.
One that's
Twister.
wrong. Two.
Crazy. You want to hear something crazy though? A little fun fact about
Please.
me is I only date fire signs for some reason,
Uh-oh.
and I'm a
Oh,
water sign. I've
interesting.
noticed the last 3 people I've dated have all been fire
You're
signs,
the
and they're all
one
different ones.
cooling them down, calming them
Yeah.
down.
Well, are
Exactly.
water
Blue
signs and fire signs compatible?
No.
Oh, interesting.
Well, maybe that's why they didn't end well.
Maybe.
Hey,
Astrologically
maybe this
speaking,
one will work.
This one will work.
they're not compatible.
Wait,
But I like a
what
little
sign?
challenge.
What is Caden's zodiac sign? Name is Caden, right?
Sag.
Your-
Is it Sag?
Your boyfriend has a non-binary name.
No, he
Caden. Yeah,
Your-
that is a
He
very
don't.
non-binary name. Sorry, not to like sidestep. Sarah, did your boyfriend dislike the Scooby-Doo episode on YouTube?
What the hell, man?
He did?
Fuck, man.
What the
I
fuck
don't
is
know,
wrong
it's
with you?
I'm just looking at it. I'm looking at our stats, and someone disliked it.
I don't think he would do that. I'm gonna have a talk to him. I'm gonna have a talk with him.
Is it because you're not in
Well,
the episode?
Yeah, that was also the episode where he was like, "Bring back Sarah, you cowards," and I said no. And I responded no.
I love that.
What the hell?
I don't know.
I'll give him one of
I don't think he'd do
these.
that.
What the fuck?
I'm still learning about this man, you know?
I'm still
could be
learning.
I'll kill you. I got a
Ah,
knife.
don't! Whoa! Threats! You will die.
Knife? Up there.
Alright,
Why do you have a knife? You have a knife on your wall?
I have 2. They're not real, but I have 2 of them.
Oh,
Aw.
disappointing.
One of them was one that I used in my short film that we don't speak about.
Can that be one of the episodes? Is that we have to watch each other's short films?
Dude, I'll literally kill myself in front of you.
I want to see my award-winning performance again. I haven't seen it since the one time.
And you're never gonna see it again.
my art that could have jump-started a career.
I know.
Everyone froze.
Yeah. To this day,
That's
I
crazy.
had like terrible nightmarish flashbacks.
We became friends because of it. I think it's a success.
Trauma bonded.
We're trauma bonded over
that
it.
was-
I always think of when you and I were the only 2 that filmed one day, and we've got more done, just the 2 of us, than in like 2 other days of filming.
I know. That was for my film too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was great. I actually felt like something was happening.
Yeah, I felt productive.
I know. I was like, maybe this filmmaking stuff isn't so
You
bad.
know what?
You know what?
I'm liking this. Sarah, do you have regrets about being in my film? And Allie. I mean, Allie was just
Yeah.
an extra, but like...
Allie was
Oh,
I also
yeah.
left
This-
early.
the star of the show.
Yeah, Sarah
The
was...
stars.
I put Sarah through hell.
Yeah.
I got so sick.
That's what
when-
I remember. I was like, there was... Again, medieval illness, ill.
Uh-huh.
I got the flu because I filmed all day for your short film. Like, all day. Like, it was like 10 hours.
It was a long
And then
day.
I went to a lacrosse party. And so
Mhm.
I got so sick after that because I was like just like around people like, you know, twerking on each other and like grinding and like it was a bad experience, guys.
From that?
Just don't ever do that.
And then we had to film again. We had to do it... Well, we had the
'cause
next
you-
day, and then I got comments on it. And we had to film
Yeah.
so much. It was just the 3 of us having to film, like, essentially the
Yeah.
entire Dorp scenes again. Because they were bad. It was a bad movie. It was,
It was
It wasn't
bad.
bad.
Thank you.
No.
I liked
It
it.
was
I
bad.
enjoyed it a lot.
See, when it's just the 2 of us working on it, plus Sarah who is filming, we can get so much
That
done.
was That was when we saw the lacrosse on the news. We went.
Yes, that's yes.
Scott Pilgrim.
Does he have a beard?
Speaking of weird men, Scott Pilgrim.
Yay!
Loserish
Segue.
men, I should say.
Loserish.
Michael Cera.
Michael Cera.
Michael
Aw.
Cera.
So yeah, we watched Scott Pilgrim versus the World. It came out in 2010. It was a commercial success, but it did not fare well in the box office, which is sad. Which is a disappointment. It only started really doing well when it was released on Blu-ray with all the extras and, Blu-ray. It was directed by Edgar Wright. He's directed many, many things, such as Baby Driver, Last Night in Soho, and the Cornetto trilogy with Simon Pegg, which is very, very fun. I love Edgar Wright. Yeah, this is one of my favorite movies. I've watched it a cajillion times. I first watched it when I was like 15. And I went, guys, movies can be cool looking. They don't have to be the slop that I've been ingesting every week or something like that. I love it. This was the start of the Jason Schwartzman love that we will get into later. This is how it all began. Other things. And then I rewatched it in theaters when it re-released in 4K. That was the first movie I watched from back when movie theaters opened from lockdown. Was a re-release of Scott Pilgrim. And I watched it with my dad, who had never seen it before. And he was like, this is pretty good. I was like, thanks.
Yes.
Anyway, I have talking points, but what did you guys? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you like it? Do you hate?
It was good. It's a fun, visually really fun, really engaging. I know it said that it's based off a graphic novel.
Yes.
I don't know if it's one like a series.
So
one.
I will go into that since you just brought it up. It is based on a series of graphic novels by Canadian artist and creator Brian Lee O'Malley. Originally, there was 6 that were released in 2004 to 2010. They were created after O'Malley listened to Canadian band Plumtree. They have a song called Scott Pilgrim. And he specifically liked the line, "I've liked you for 1,000 years." And then he brought that into Ramona Flowers with Scott Pilgrim. Fun fact, you can see Michael Cera wearing a Plumtree shirt in the movie, in reference to the song and to the band and everything. And then these graphic novels had widespread acclaim, leading to a movie and a video game that released in the same month. They both did.
Okay.
And then there is now an animated Netflix show, which released in November of 2023, and has the entire cast from the movies reprising their roles in the actual animated show. The animated show is actually really good. I always get nervous with, like, reboots and everything, or, like, that sort of thing. It's actually very fun, because it's not...
a very good show.
It's a very good show, because it's...
Very good show.
It tells the story of what would happen if Scott Pilgrim got, I'll put this in quotes, killed... by Matthew Patel and everything. What would that look like? And it's kind of a lot about Ramona having to deal with her exes herself, really.
Yeah.
Instead of having Scott deal with them and, video game killing them. It's kind of more emotional. It's really well done, honestly. It's very fun. It's super engaging, and it's all in that animation.
The show also takes a like, what if Scott Pilgrim was an act, or not like a what if, but like, hey, Scott Pilgrim like kind of sucks as a dude.
Yeah.
Like, as a general person, like, what if we like actually paid attention to the fact that he kind of sucks?
He kind of sucks.
He kind of sucks.
They get into that in the movie, but it's really like prefaced in that show. It's a 2023 show. They're really like trying to being like, hey, there's some like bad shit that was in that 2010 movie. Let's kind of like not retcon, but like not
acknowledge it.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it's really well done.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix. It's like
It's a great
10
show.
episodes, and it's the entire
Short
cast.
episodes.
Very short episodes.
One season?
They're only
One
going to do one season. I heard...
That's good. Short and sweet.
Yeah, short and sweet. Apparently, I think the reason they got the entire cast is that the entire movie cast is still like friends with each other and everything, and they have like an email thread together.
Oh, that's
And
cute.
so they were all like
Cute.
talking, and
Very
then it started
millennial.
very millennial, very
Get each
very
other's
ge-
phone numbers.
yeah. And so they were all talking and with like Edgar Wright about it because he produced it. Obviously, he's not like directing it because he's like, I don't have animation directing experience. But yeah, super fun, really good.
I noticed the cast was very star-studded.
Very
like, I was like,
star-
Aubrey Plaza's in this,
Yes,
and then
yes.
Jason Schwartzman, and then Chris Evans.
Yeah.
Like, where did he come from?
Yeah. So remember when
Insane.
Chris Evans was an actor, you guys?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Remember when he was in good movies?
Good movies.
Oh.
It was looking promising with Knives Out, and then we went
Yeah.
back.
Wait, was he the guy that's in Captain America?
He is Captain
Yes.
America.
He is Captain America.
He's white Captain America.
White.
Oh, he's white Captain America.
One
White
of
Captain America.
two white Captain Americas.
There's two.
Because there's the really racist white Captain America.
That's true.
And then there's only probably slightly racist Captain America, which is Chris Evans. Because he's from the 40s.
Yeah, that's not.
Oh, it's a good boy. I will not take this Captain America slander.
He was good enough to lift the hammer.
So he went,
He killed Hitler.
did he really? Is that...
He was in
did it
Inglourious
actually-
Basterds?
No, he didn't kill Hitler,
I was
but
like-
he wanted to. He was like,
like,
I
where's
will kill
that
Hitler.
canon that he killed Hitler?
No, but I
He was
wish
in
he
the-
did.
Well,
He was in Inglourious
A lot of
Basterds?
Nazis.
he killed the Nazis.
What? What did
He
you
killed the
just
Nazis,
pull?
no?
Sarah?
Yeah, Sarah, wait a minute.
Sarah?
I forgot I was on camera.
When do you remember you're on camera? Like...
Okay, for everyone's information, I can't sit still. I have a problem, so I'm constantly doing something during the episode, and I'm cleaning my brush. It's my hair.
Hey.
Awesome. Okay.
that
Thank you, Sarah.
away.
I have to touch it. It's like a sensory thing.
Oh
It's like
my god!
it's the tism you have.
It's the tism.
My boyfriend thinks I have autism. It's really funny.
Well, we all think you have autism. Tell him that it's not.
We all have autism. I think we
don't.
all have autism.
No, guys, we
Oh.
decided that I don't.
Yeah, May just
Didn't
has
I just
other
decide it?
things. May's just sad.
I thought I
I'm
tested
just
high on the test.
Me?
I did.
I did.
Or I
You
got
did,
the
yes.
lowest score.
Yeah, I got the
I don't
score
know.
that was like, hey, you may want to go get this checked out.
Yeah.
I was like, ah.
I got the score that was
I-
like, you're fine, bro.
I scored. What did I score? I scored could be autism, but like probably also ADHD, because those like
Double
symptoms overlap. Yeah, it's
Double
neuro,
whammy.
it's just the neurodivergent.
Double homicide.
Double whammy. Double homicide. Anyways, back to Captain America. Yes, he did kill Nazis.
You did kill the Nazis. That was a whole movie.
And he would have killed Hitler if he
Get
had
the
the chance.
chance.
Not close enough.
If he got close enough.
Oh my god.
Hitler
I will not
cameo in Captain America. Crazy.
No.
God.
They, Marvel wasn't brave enough to put a Hitler cameo in the Captain America movie.
Brave.
Guillermo did it with Pinocchio with Mussolini.
That is true.
That's
Mussolini cameo.
That was crazy.
Guillermo del Toro's brave. He's a visionary.
Guillermo del
We love
Toro
him.
also isn't owned by Disney, so
That's true.
He
That is
himself.
very true.
No,
Well, we know about
but
Disney's
Marvel wasn't
origins,
owned
right?
by Disney at that time.
They were just cowards.
They were owned by Paramount.
Well, can we
Oh,
just talk about
Paramount does
Disney's
Nazis,
origins?
Was he a Nazi?
Walt Disney's origins.
I was, you know, the.
He-
no.
Sorry. The,
He
thought he
was
was-
not a Nazi, but he
Did he
wasn't
support the Nazis?
opposed to
No, they
Nazis.
said
Let's say that.
he's anti-Semitic.
Yeah, he's anti-Semitic.
Everyone was anti-Semitic back then. Not to
Well, mm,
all I know, he was a
Everyone
union
was
buster.
anti-Semitic.
That's like real. Like,
well, he was a terrible person, but
Sarah, is there like mascara on your face?
what's
No.
going on with your eyebrows?
Eyebrows, Sarah.
That's just
It's
how my eyebrow
disconnect-
looks.
Is that
why is
that
it
is not? No, it doesn't.
Connected.
Yeah,
No.
that's literally my eyebrow.
What the fuck? I thought. Why are you
Okay,
flipping me
well-
off as well?
Sarah, don't rub the hair. Yeah.
Oh,
Don't
it's
rub
just-
the hair away from each other.
It's just I have a weird space in my
Sorry.
eyebrow.
Sorry to talk
You know how
about
people
your
try to get the bisexual like scar thing? I have that naturally.
slit.
Yeah.
Oh my
The
God.
eyebrow slit.
Bisexual at birth is crazy.
Sexual at birth.
I thought. Sorry to talk about your insecurity, Sarah.
Yeah.
Well-
No, it's okay. I go back and forth about whether or not I should like do something with them, but then I'm like, you know what? Let's defy societal.
Sarah, you should go bald.
norms.
Bald, Sarah, bald.
I may have to if I get that thing checked out and
Ah!
Oh my
Sarah,
god.
Jesus Christ. Sarah's an edgelord
Oh.
this episode.
Sarah. Yeah. Anyways.
And there's a
Here, so dark
star-studded
eyes. I'm
cast
so sorry.
in Scott
So
Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim.
We have this is
How
kind
did
of the
we get here?
this I don't, Captain America. I don't know. There is
Chris Evans.
there is Chris Evans. Yeah. This is the kind of the height of the Michael Cera nerdiness core. That early 2000s, 2010s, people were loving Michael Cera, and I am
He's
too.
also like in Juno. He's also in Juno around this time.
Juno, Nick Nora's
Yeah.
Infinite Playlist, originally super bad. Arrested Development is happening at this time.
Yeah.
booked and busy.
Booked and busy, my king.
Booked and busy. Booked and busy.
You also have
Good for him.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Allison Pill, Anna Kendrick, Aubrey Plaza, Brie Larson. Also them,
Yeah.
not like kind of starting their careers, like a lot of up and really now famous people that are
Yeah.
in these movies that were especially, and gay little Kieran Culkin in this.
Yeah.
I love him. This is probably my favorite Kieran Culkin role.
He's so good in this.
He's so
It
good.
comes naturally.
It's very
to him.
I was gonna say it's very natural, which is
very natural.
what we can talk about.
He's not even
No,
acting.
he has a loving wife.
He's a. No, he could be bisexual.
That is
He's a
true.
lover boy. Did you see all those men in his bed?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All sharing. Scott Pilgrim
Dude.
included.
Yeah.
He gets on.
I know.
And then he steals
I
Anna
love that
Kendrick's
guy.
boyfriend.
And
And
it's
she
not the
says
first
not
time
again.
that he's stolen
Yeah.
her boyfriend.
Wallace, not again.
Not again. I know.
He doesn't even
Wallace.
care.
I love
She's like,
Wallace Wells.
Wallace makes people gay. I
Ma-
think Wallace Wells makes people gay.
Your review, May, of this makes me laugh so much. It was, what is it? Heterosexual.
My
I
review.
can't remember it.
Homosexuality isn't contagious, but it is with Wallace. That's it.
And that's
something
apt.
like that.
That's
I
good.
don't-
That makes
And it's
it's accurate.
He'd have that quality.
It's true.
it has that quality.
I love Kieran Culkin in this role. He's so funny.
Yeah.
And also, Jason Schwartzman. I love you, Jason Schwartzman. Emily put up the picture of you
Evil,
meeting
evil.
him right there. I love Jason Schwartzman. This
I didn't
started
expect him to.
the love.
Love.
You didn't expect?
No, yeah, I did not expect him to have. Sorry, keep talking when you're talking. Continue.
No, keep going. I was.
No, he just had a bigger role than I thought he would in this film.
He's the evil.
Because like towards the end,
X.
his role got bigger. Exactly, he was
the
the final
number one
boss.
X.
He's the big final boss.
He's got those fuck ass
Mhm.
sideburns. Also crazy. Like he just filmed Darjeeling Limited, like kind of right before this, which is a crazy dichotomy.
Yeah. He's
Uh,
got the range.
He's got the range. I love you, Jason Schwartzman.
Yeah.
You're my heart forever.
Speaking of final boss, I love how I've watched this movie so many times. It's hard to keep count.
Mhm.
But I'm always so amazed by how they incorporate like the video game
Oh yeah.
like elements and like the stuff on screen, like the sounds and like the
there's
visuals and
so
stuff.
many little details in this.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is a real term, but I like to call this like maximalism film, like maximalism movies. Like there is,
Yeah.
it is so What the hell? Sarah's in a
Oh.
new location.
My sister kicked me out.
Oh. Okay.
All right.
Nice.
Are you
Okay.
just
Yeah,
raw
sharing the room is
dogging
not
this,
fun,
by the
guys.
way? No at headphones. I'm just out in the world. All right.
Awesome.
Raw dogging.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I do best.
Ooh.
No.
Yeah, this is I like it's like maximalism. There's so many little details of all the video games, the pop culture references, the dialogue that is so fast and quippy, and there's so many like little integral things that just add to the full film. Like, I don't even know how to explain it, but there's like the scene where he's about to break up with Knives. In the background, they're playing Black Sheep, what Brie Larson sings, and the beats go to the point where when Brie Larson sings "Send You My Love on a Wire," the word "love" lines up directly to when Knives says "love," and it's like little things like that that is so like I love it so much, and I love like it's
a very like controlled film.
Yeah,
like
it
everything
knows what
is planned out.
It's very
and
smart.
It's so structured.
It's very smart with it. It's very like it knows what it's doing.
The editing too.
The editing is insane. It's crazy and it's fun. It's like it's not like. Sorry, it's not like a Baz Luhrmann film where sometimes you're like, there's so much happening, it kind of feels like suffocating. This feels so like light. It's like there's a lot happening, but it's so like it's just so fun with it. It knows it's a lot.
Pace.
Yeah,
it's fast, but it's still like paced where you can keep up. And
of
like,
course,
it's good. I don't know how else to say it. It's a good pace.
It's good.
not
It makes sense.
It has an interesting plot. All of the actors are really charming, and like the entire film takes itself seriously enough where you don't think that anything is a gimmick.
Right.
Or, like,
You're
kitschy,
in the movie.
Yeah.
You feel like
but
you're in it.
Yeah, but it makes fun of itself just enough that you're like, oh yeah, this is a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I watched the film on 2x speed, and it still made perfect sense to me. Like, that's how good it is.
My cinephile. I love it.
My cinephile.
Yeah, there's so many, and and I mean, it's very much a movie for like nerds and losers. There's a lot of pop culture references. There's a whole Seinfeld bit that they just do because it's funny.
That was so random.
It's random and it's just funny, and it's like, yeah, that makes sense. There's a lot of drawn elements. I mean, and again, it goes back to like the comic book graphic novel element of it, of like, hey, the movies. Did you guys know that comic book movies could be really visually entertaining and visually really good? And it really apparently I was reading the Wikipedia or like the IMDb, I can't remember, but they say Scott Pilgrim is one of the best examples of like transmedia multimedia like storytelling, because it delves into so many different, not just like across the books and across the movie, but then also like within the movie and everything. There's so many little elements. Yeah, it's just so well
they're
done.
like taking different like genres or like modes of like art styles and like filmmaking and making it into this one movie.
It still kind of followed like a comic book kind of like it's like the manga to anime pipeline, kind of where like they keep that kind of same like
the style
flow.
and the flow of it. Yeah. Yeah, it's so well done. I mean, and there's also, again, like, there's so many great lines as well. So many great one-liners. Like, my favorite will always be, I was bi-curious. Well, I'm a little bi-furious. Like, that's so funny. There's so many. I love it. There's
there's also, like, really great physical comedy in this film. Like, I always think about that one scene where Michael Cera jumps out of the window.
Oh,
when Knives comes to say hi to him. And he's just, it's so funny. And it's done, it's like,
so fast.
They don't pay it. Yeah, it's so fast. They don't pay attention to it all. But I think, like, the fact that, like, they just let these funny things happen without, like, drawing it out and forcing you to look at it, I think just makes it funnier.
And I mean, it's allowing your what is it? It's not. Oh my god, I just lost my train of thought. But it's allowing something that's so abnormal, to
Yeah.
express that emotion and everything. Like the reality is not centered in real, but you like. The person would usually say, oh, he just left and he's in another room. But you have the emotion of, oh, I want to jump out this window right now. So they just lean into that of being like, oh, let that emotion feel out in that way. That gets into the gimmickiness of it to the point where it's still centered in reality.
Yeah. It's
There's
all
like that similar
performance.
scene with
Yeah.
there's the similar scene with like Audrey Plaza at the coffee place, and she's like saying the word fuck, but they're covering
They're
it up, and
bleeping
he's
it
like,
out.
"How are you doing that with your mouth?"
And she's all,
Or like it's like,
mind.
"Yeah, just don't worry about it."
Yeah, it's so, Have you guys watched, so they have a lot of, have you guys watched the, behind the scenes of how they made the jumping sequence and everything?
Yes.
Yeah, so they had to essentially, they were like prepping all these shots and everything. They just had like cardboard boxes and everything lined up as the shot. They had the camera and they have a stuntman trying to go through the window like every single time. It's so good. There's so many
so funny.
Yeah. What other there's also so many other instances like that as well. Like there's I've always what I kind of noticed this time around was just like this. I couldn't figure out how long this took, but I was like, this had to have taken so long to make because there's so many like shots that take like a second and everything, and there's so much packed in. Like you have all these like reaction shots or like just like of a hand, a finger, and everything to fully out like a fight sequence or whatever. And I was like, God, that has to take like forever to make. Because
very tedious editing.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yes.
What other there speaking of like doing something over and over, there's one little shot when Scott opens the door to receive the package and everything from Ramona. Sarah actually did throw the package over his shoulder into the bin after 33 takes of doing it.
Oh my god.
Oh,
And it's that sequence is 1 second long.
smooth.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
But it adds to that little, the world building of like, I just wanted to see Ramona, and so I threw it away. And so, it's just little things like that that are so good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that reminds me of the Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, where he did the same like stunt multiple times. That was crazy.
With the lunch tray?
Yeah.
With the tray, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That one's good too. Yeah, I like when they do real things. It makes me so happy. Yeah.
I like the scene where Chris Evans is going down the stairs,
grinding on the rail.
Yeah. That was good. And he blows up at the end.
And then he blows up.
He blows up at the end, and it's fine. No one's worried about that.
They literally say that's a wrap. They're like, no one cares.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I was wondering? I don't know if you saw this in my notes, but every time that Scott Pilgrim defeats one of the evil exes, he gets like they explode into like a pile of coins, and I'm like, does he get to keep that at the end, or like does it like fade, or like what's the deal here?
I think he gets to keep it because he talks about like, oh, this is like bus fare money.
Yeah, and it's dope. Like he's making a profit out of this.
Yeah, at least he's getting something out of it as well. What other stuff do I have? Well, we'll get into the big thing of that. Scott Pilgrim, even though we love the movie, he himself is not a good person. He's a terrible human. But I think, but so many people don't get that the film also is making fun of him as well. They're just like, Ramona and Scott, my manic pixie dream girl, and I'm the loser that can have her and everything. And they're like, no, he's like, they're very clearly making fun of Scott in this movie, even though he is the protagonist. He doesn't necessarily have to be the good person.
It starts off with him grooming a high schooler.
He's grooming someone. Like,
No.
He lives in a 1-bedroom apartment with his gay best friend. They sleep in the same bed. Presumably, he gets
Doesn't have
kicked
a
out of the
job.
apartment when Wallace wants to fuck. Doesn't have a job. Got dumped by Brie Larson.
He fumbled so many baddies in this film.
So many
Fumbled
Like,
so
people
many baddies.
wanted him, which was the crazy
Yeah.
thing.
So many
confusing.
people wanted him.
He's
I
our
mean-
age, by the way. He's 22.
I did notice that. I got scared.
I was like,
okay.
'cause I watched that when I was 15.
That's crazy, because I thought it was a high school movie at first, and then when I found out he was 22, I was like,
No,
oh, and then I found out the high school part is him actually dating a high schooler
Yes.
while he's an adult.
He's
which
a
is
bad
crazier.
person.
He's a bad person.
Yeah.
I do
And then he
appreciate
cheats on the high
that.
schooler.
And then he cheats on the high schooler and doesn't break up with her right away. Yeah, I do
Mhm.
appreciate that all of his friends are like, you should not be dating a high schooler.
Yeah. Kim literally goes, I will kill you. You should die.
Yeah. And Kim is a real one.
Kim, I love her.
Him and Andrew Kendrick's character.
Oh, the
His
sister. Yeah, his sister.
The sister. She's also like,
Very
you should not. I'm going to tell everybody that
And-
you're dating a high schooler.
And she's
That's weird.
18.
Yeah.
Like, she's more
18?
mature. Like, yeah, they on her little
I-
nameplate or name card, it says whatever, Stacy, I think is her name.
Yeah,
But
Yes.
yeah, 18 years old barista.
she's younger.
He's younger.
She
Which
knows
is
what she
crazy.
knows.
She knows.
She knows.
Yeah.
The light knows. But yeah, he's a terrible person. And there's also like other like bad things in this movie. Like, just the treatment towards Knives is rough in every
It's very
way.
bad.
Every way. Shout out to Knives. Knives deserve better in every sense of the
Yeah.
word.
I'm so happy.
And I'm happy she's
I
like,
think-
no. I'm happy she said, I'm too cool for you. Or like, she's like,
Yeah.
no.
I was like, Knives girl, please go hang out with someone your own age. Why are you at this house with adults?
Not good. These losers in a band.
Losers.
Yeah.
They're not good.
In a bad band.
A bad
Man,
band.
man.
Can we just talk about the name for a minute?
Sex
Sex
bomb.
bomb.
Sex bomb. Bomb.
Is there purpose for that name?
I'm not sure.
Freaks and
Purpose
perverts.
of sex bomb.
Freaks and
I
perverts.
also noticed that almost every single girl in this film had a bob.
Fuck ass
Fuck ass
Bob
Bob.
for everyone.
Fuck ass Bob.
Bisexual energy everywhere.
Bisexuals and lesbians, except for Anna Kendrick.
Oh yeah,
I do think her character should be a lesbian in this movie.
Is she a lesbian
Yeah,
in
it
the
makes
show?
sense.
No,
I don't think
I don't
so.
think so. I'm trying to read like. I mean,
But
I
I
do.
do know that in the show.
Sorry, I like how this movie also talks about with the music and everything. I think it's fun
Yes.
because I like that it
Music is very
progresses. Even though you're progressing with the Seven Evil X's, you're also progressing with the band to
Yeah.
Oh, through the Battle of the Bands.
through the battle of the bands, and I'm like, that's a fun way to also do that. Like,
Good plot
Mhm.
device.
mhm.
It's like Rock Band.
yeah, I don't know why it's.
Anyways, I was gonna say that I know that in the TV show, Wallace does make, I think it's like Chris Evans' character gay.
He does,
They
yeah.
have this
Oh.
like
Gay.
long forbidden romance or whatever.
Like Wallace is like, yo, we're good, and then Chris Evans' character is like sobbing over him.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
It's
Just
very
a one night
funny.
thing. It meant nothing.
Yeah, that's kind of it. Like,
That is what it is.
it's so
And
good.
Chris Evans is like, no, I'm obsessed with you.
I love.
I just think you're
you.
hot.
I love you. He's like wearing a shirt with like Wallace's face on it.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
very funny. Homosexuality is contagious
And
when it comes to
Wallace.
and
Wallace.
Wallace is a super spreader.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Other fun
He's
facts.
actually patient zero.
He is patient zero. Other fun facts about this movie: the 4 cast members that made up the band Sex Bomb spent several weeks learning how to play together as a band. Mark Webber,
Okay.
Allison Pill, and Johnny Simmons all had to learn their instruments from scratch, while Michael Cera had to dumb down his bass playing in order to not outshine his bandmates.
Yeah.
Okay.
My
Yeah.
king.
Yeah.
My king. Shout out to Young Neil. I was really confused
I
about
love
why he was
young
there.
Neil.
Young Neil.
Young Neil gets a big part in the show. So if you love young Neil,
Yes.
Good.
he
Does.
plays a really big part in he
I
becomes
just
I
realized
don't
young
know.
Neil
He was one of my
was in
favorites.
Jennifer's body. Sorry.
Yeah, he's in Jennifer's
Really?
body. Yeah,
Oh.
he's
Is
Amanda
he-
Seyfried's
Well,
boyfriend.
then,
Oh my gosh. Young Neil.
I'm assuming he dies in
No,
the
yeah,
movie.
the actor who plays young Neil is in like a lot of teen movies.
He kind of
this
looks
Oh.
I mean, he kind of
era.
looks like a teenager, especially with that
He
hair.
looks very.
Yeah.
He's very young.
Mhm.
He's got a baby face.
Exactly.
I need to see now. Who is this man?
Johnny, he doesn't act anymore, which is like, congrats, King. Live your life. Live
He
your
earned enough
truth.
to
He's
retire.
free.
Real.
Yeah.
Oh,
He was in
he's
Perks
really
of
handsome.
Being a Wallflower.
Oh.
Oh,
What?
that's right. He was
Yeah.
in Perks of Being a Wallflower.
He was the jock that Ezra Miller's character was in love with.
He's
Oh my
the
God.
closeted jock.
I need to look this
Closeted
up.
jock.
Oh my god. Okay, I watched Perks of Being a Wallflower for the first time like a month ago.
What?
Yeah, I'd never seen it before. But I watched it. I did not know Nicholas Braun was in that movie, and I got jump
Yes.
scared. And then
Yes,
he's
it's really
abusive as well, and I was like, this is awful.
No, he's. Oh wait, Johnny Simmons was in Sing Sing.
King,
Oh, was he? I want to watch that.
We should
looks
watch
really
that,
good.
guys.
I want to see Sing Sing.
I need to rewatch the TV show again. 'cause
I do.
it's
It was so
good.
good. I was like, this is
It's
really
so
good.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Michael Cera does have a band. I mean, kind of. He has that one clay pigeon.
Yeah, he does music.
Going to the railroad station, getting a ticket to ride. Find a big
Also,
fat lady.
He's an album called True That.
That's it.
Thank you, Michael Cera.
Yes.
Nice.
Thank you, Michael Cera.
I love you.
Yeah. Well, I remember
You know what?
in Juno he plays the guitar too.
That is true.
That is true.
I found it kind of crazy
Was-
how. Sorry, continue.
Oh, go.
And-
Go.
No, I feel like mine is gonna open up like another
It's okay. That's
Like-
how this works.
Well, I
That's how a conversation works.
conversation.
I was just gonna say that Michael Cera was in the Lego Batman movie.
That is true. He is Robin.
Is Robin. He is. That's all
He
I was
does
gonna
so
say.
much. He does so much for society.
I love you, Michael Cera. He's gonna be in the new Wes Anderson movie. His first Wes
Yes,
Anderson.
that's true.
He dyed his hair
Gold
blonde,
scheme.
but no
Oh my
Jason
God.
Schwartzman, which I think is a shame.
Well, you could either get
Girls
one
are
or the
fighting.
other.
Yeah, the universe can't have both.
Uh huh. We can't do that
But we
again.
did do that. Not again. Okay.
Well, okay, I was gonna say that I found it really interesting how Michael Cera had all these women like obsessed with him. But now that I think about it, the mediocre like white man,
Yeah.
women are into that, you know?
No. Yeah.
He was
Those-
a trooper. He wasn't.
Those guys get bitches.
They do.
Do you guys know that photo of Michael Cera and I think it's like Aubrey Plaza in like a McDonald's or whatever, and
Yeah.
there's just like a million girls surrounding Michael Cera taking
Oh,
a picture.
yeah.
I love that
I
photo.
did
Plaza
think about
is
that.
pushed
So much.
into the wall. It's so funny.
I thought about that picture a lot while watching this movie. I was
so
like, he.
funny. I also think
so
about
much
the
good
there's a lot of Michael Cera memes. I also think about the one where he's in the coat and there's it's like a video and it's all, hey Michael Cera, hey,
His voice.
hey,
Yeah.
or something like that. It's so
Funny
funny.
picture.
I love Michael Cera. Like he's like
Have you seen him in
also-
Superbad?
yeah, of
I do.
course.
He's so funny in that one.
He's so good. I
Oh.
grew up on Arrested Development, so
Chuck
that's
E.
where I was like,
Cheese.
I shined.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my son.
They're at Chuck E.
bleached
Cheese
coffee.
in that photo.
Hmm?
They're at Chuck E. Cheese in that photo.
That's even worse, actually.
That's even
We
worse.
would there for good cheese.
And he looks 12.
He still kind of does. He looks
He's still
does.
kind of
12.
he kind of just has like perpetual 12-year-old face.
Oh my god, this reminds me, I saw Michael Cera on Celebrity Jeopardy one time, and he was so
incredible.
fucking bad. He was literally awful at it. They were like they were trying to talk to him, like, trying to, in between the segments or whatever, and he was so awkward. He was all, yeah, and he was like nervous. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, Michael, I'm rooting for you. Like, stop.
Yeah. Gotta get you on, like, Jesus.
I think that's what makes him endearing.
I know, it 100% does. And that's why me and him, I relate to him as a person.
Yeah. You guys are like this.
Me and Michael. We kind of look the same, I guess.
We should get you to meet Michael Cera.
I would love to meet
like
Michael
you met
Cera.
Jason Schwartzman.
And then I meet them together, and I go, I love you both.
I want to pick apples with you in an orchard or whatever.
I do, both of them. I'm like, I would like to pick apples with you. He's he's very endearing.
Yes.
Other fun facts I have. Edgar Wright obtained permission to use the famous theme from the NES game The Legend of Zelda by writing a letter to Nintendo saying that he considered it the nursery rhyme of a generation. That's how you get the
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
That's fun. I love all the video game references in it. Another instance of this film being very, very smart in its foreshadowing and its, like, detail-orientedness, I guess. Throughout the film, when Scott faces an Evil X, a number corresponding to them appears. Evil X1 equals 1 chevron on Matthew Patel's left shoulder. Evil X2, there's a 2 on the trailer, and a 2 on the car, a small tattoo of 2 on his neck. His belt has 2 X's. Evil X3 has the 3 on his shirt. And there's 3 on the posters on the wall, and there's a 3 on the trash cans in the alley. Evil X4 has the number 4 on the nightclub door. Evil X5 and 6, the amp system goes up to 11, which is 5 plus 6. Evil X7, when Scott goes to see Gideon, it mentions it is level 7. And when Gideon makes his sword appear, all the stats read X7. He also makes a reference to the gum he swallows to being in his digestive tract for 7 years. The final score after Scott defeats Gideon is 7 million, and then Gideon's initials are GGG, which G being the 7th letter of the alphabet. Scott himself is seen wearing and drinking 0 a number of times, because he is 0. And he is a 0.
Zero.
That's very cool.
Also, another instance, this one's kind of a little more known, but as a clue to the fights with the evil X's that Scott will have to endure, there are many present X's throughout the film. Tracks in the snow, the shadows on the swing sets all form the letter X, as does, his X-Men patch, the pedestrian crossing signs. There's X's in the bus scene when Scott and Ramona are talking to each other after, he fights Matthew Patel. Scott is behind him is like the lighting is shown in hearts, and behind Ramona is the lighting is shown in X's, which is cool. And yeah, and then another fun fact: an alternate ending was filmed in which Ramona left to explore what she was like without a boyfriend, and Scott and Knives end up together.
Oh
No! Bad ending. Bad ending. I like Ramona. I like the Ramona part, but not the Knives.
I think Ramona should go off, and I think Knives should go off by herself.
Yes, I think everyone should leave everyone alone.
I think that Scott Pilgrim needs to think about his actions.
Yes, he needs to sit with himself.
Yeah.
Well, he does gain self-respect
self-awareness.
during the first fight with Gideon. I thought was funny.
But he doesn't need self-respect. He needs awareness.
He
needs awareness.
Scott Pilgrim gets the power of awareness.
Yeah.
His
Self-awareness.
He needs to be registered as a sex offender.
Well,
truthfully.
yes.
Well, yes.
Well, yes.
Well, yes.
My final question to everyone. is who was your favorite ex throughout the entire thing? Mine obviously is Gideon, because I fucking love Jason Schwartzman, and I think Gideon is fun and funny, but also a terrible person. Like, he manipulates and puts a chip in Ramona's, like, neck. Like, to control her. Evil man. But also I love Jason Schwartzman, so. But
I like the vegan one mainly
Oh yeah.
mainly because it gives us Brie Larson
well, yes.
and her cover of Black Sheep.
which is a godly
Incredible.
cover. Genuinely.
That's the only thing I took off 2x speed, was just to listen to that.
Yes.
Hearing that
Bigger.
in a theater, by the way, I like got goosebumps. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. The amount of playlists I
Brie
have that song
Larson
on.
album. I love that. Is it that version too?
Yes. Like it's
Yes.
that version is on Spotify.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Love that. I'm gonna listen to that.
Yes.
I liked the Chris Evans ex
Yes.
because I think he's funny. I think it's very funny that he got defeated due to his own ego.
Yeah,
Because they were just like, yeah, dude, like you won't go down those stairs. You're not a good skateboarder. And he was like, bet. And then he just blows up. And that's it. That's hilarious. to
Blows
me.
up. I know.
He blows up.
It's so
The
good.
lesbian.
Lesbian.
The girl?
Lesbian.
Yeah, that's fair.
Girl.
Yeah.
Lesbian.
You're a little
Yeah.
bi-curious, while I'm a little bi-furious.
By
I
furious.
love that.
Also-
I love how she fought Ramona in that scene, and then Michael Cera was like, I can't hit a woman. And then she's like, yes, you can.
And she just
And so he hits
grabs
her.
his arms and goes like...
You gotta tease him. And like, yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
I know.
It's good.
I don't believe it when Ramona says that she's not into girls.
No, absolutely not.
No.
No.
Have
Maybe
you seen her
Bisexual.
dog?
She was the blueprint for bisexual women
Everywhere.
in the early aughts.
Now, I think. Still.
Yeah. She
No,
leads
still.
an army. She
An
calls
a
her
manic,
army.
A manic pixie dream girl.
Yeah. She calls her army, they will rally.
we will fight at dawn. The bisexuals. Bisexual women. That is-
Bisexual
Fun
women.
fact. Somebody told me that I dress like Ramona Flowers.
Oh.
Okay.
Which I don't
No,
see.
you don't.
I don't think that's real.
No, you don't.
No.
No, you don't.
No,
No.
I agree.
Maybe when you wear
I
skirts
think they were-
and a tight, but
I
like
think they were just saying that you're bisexual.
No. I'll stop.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, I think that was just a
No,
way
wait a
of them
minute.
like trying to say it.
Yeah. That was their way of processing that you were bisexual.
Processing. Get
You know, they're
choosing
processing this. Yeah. They're deciding.
if they like that or not.
Thanks to John Lennon.
Yes.
New lore just dropped.
And you know what? If
I
if
think
Yoko Ono revealed
would
that
be.
John Lennon was non-binary, I'd believe it.
I think that'd be. I think I'd be happier. I think I'd live.
No.
I'd be happier if I figured that. If I knew that information. Yoko, if you
Yeah.
listen, please drop the lore that
Please drop the lore.
that
You already revealed that he's bisexual. Let's drop that he's non-binary.
non-binary. Non-binary John Lennon. What are the pronouns of each of the Beatles members?
Okay.
Paul is a strong he him.
Paul is
I
a
feel.
strong
Oh,
he/him.
hell yeah.
Uh-huh. I think that John would fluctuate between he/they and they/them.
Okay.
George is he they.
George is he, they.
George
No,
is
they, he.
definitely-
They, he.
They/he. George is a
Oh.
they/he. And then I think that
Ringo's she, her.
Ringo. Ringo's all pronouns.
Pronouns. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is.
Okay.
Thank you
I'm
guys.
glad we decided this.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're onto
Oh,
something,
okay.
guys.
I think
We should
There's
make
more
more.
Beatles
we
stuff.
should. What's that
We should
like
make a
new?
biopic.
You know that? Yeah, that biopic that's coming out. I'm gonna drop some information. It's gonna blow your mind.
We're actually gonna be in the 4 Beatles biopic movies.
There's a new there's a Brian Epstein biopic that's coming out called
Yes.
Midas Man.
Oh, I thought it already came
Or
out.
it already came out or something like I don't fucking know. But like
I have seen clips of that one.
I knew the premiere happened recently.
Yes. Yes.
Brian Epstein pronouns.
Brian Epstein is a he/him.
Yeah.
But he's also incredibly homosexual.
Oh, well, yes. What's that one
Yes.
movie, The Hours and the Times?
I don't know.
It's a movie with about what happened, I think, between John Lennon and Brian Epstein and how they have, like, gay relations. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
There's a film on that?
Yeah, it was made in,
When
like,
they went to
1990 or
Barcelona.
something. They showed it at
incredible.
the Academy Museum. Like, I was gonna... I wanted to see it. I was
I
like,
need to
this
look
is
this up.
crazy. I was
I gotta
like,
watch this movie now.
I gotta
That's
watch
crazy.
it. That you know what? It may be a Brats episode.
This gay fanfic.
Essentially.
It's like that John Lennon Paul McCartney fanfic movie that or play or whatever. It's
Oh,
a play and
the
a movie.
play. That yeah, I was
Play.
like, what the movie?
Yeah, it's a
Or-
play and a movie.
Or Velvet Goldmine, which is just
That's true.
about David Bowie and Iggy Pop and their gay relations.
Exactly. Yes.
Anyway,
Okay.
everyone in the 70s was gay.
Everyone was gay
100%.
and also homophobic.
And also homophobic. Yeah. Gay and homophobic.
And
Balance.
that duality is really beautiful.
And it's honestly, it brings a tear to my eye. Gay and
The
homophobia.
boomers that condemned it then are the same ones condemning it now.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Well, yes. Well, yes.
True. That's true. Anyway,
That's
that's all I had on Scott Pilgrim. Anybody else got anything?
Hey. Awesome movie. Super great.
This is
And
one
watch-
of my faves.
Sarah, I'm
Yeah.
reading one of your notes right now. Sorry, I have your note up.
You put notes? I didn't even see that.
Sarah. Sarah, wait, is Kim Beth from Little Women? No.
No!
She looks
just has
exactly
red hair.
like her.
That's a white woman for you.
Is that
I was,
JT
like,
from
thinking that-
Degrassi? That's...
Yeah.
Oh my god. You thought young Neil was JT from Degrassi?
Oh yeah.
I was like, hold
Are
up. I've
these-
seen this guy before.
are- Yeah. Are these video game sequences his schizophrenic delusions?
I love how you... I also loved how you spelled the first time Jason Schwartzman. Jason
Yeah.
Schwartzman. This is great.
I thought those were like delusions that he was having, and then I realized other people were seeing the same thing he was. then I was
Mass
like, oh, yeah.
hallucination. Mass
Oh,
hallucination. What's happening?
before I figured out that was like that's just how the movie is. I was like,
Yeah.
are people seeing this? Are we all
Yeah,
seeing this?
exactly.
Are we all
Yeah.
saying this?
Suspend
Yeah.
disbelief,
Y'all seen this?
everyone. What happened to your suspension of disbelief?
Yeah.
Anyway.
I just
Okay.
wasn't sure if everyone else in the movie was suspending their
Are y'all seeing
disbelief.
this? You seen this shit? Anyway, that's all I have. That's all you have.
Oh, we have.
Follow us on Instagram, Brats in the Back Row.
Okay, I was gonna say something.
Oh, go, Sarah.
go.
I want to hear what you have to say.
No, if you want to end it, I'm
No,
fine
no!
with that. But
Speak.
no, I thought the whole video game thing was really interesting. There was this one scene where he was like peeing, and there's like a pee
Oh yeah,
bar.
the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like your food bar,
Um,
your health bar, or something in a video game.
yeah,
It's fun,
yeah,
the pee bar.
exactly.
and it did
It's like
like
Oregon Trail.
it like didn't like that doesn't need to happen, but they put it in and it adds
Yeah.
so much. Like it's like
No,
little
yeah.
details like that I love. I love it.
It makes
Mhm.
every rewatch fun
Fun and
because you're
interesting.
noticing new things.
Mhm.
Yeah, and when I was because I always like saw clips of it, and I always like wondered why. It's like, why is Ramona wearing like goggles and like that attire? It's because she's a video game character.
She's a
Like essentially,
Yes.
that's what she is.
yeah,
Yes.
and he's falling in
So
love with her.
because she's not real, it's his delusions.
Oh my god, it's his internalized homophobia.
Schizophrenic delusions.
Oh,
Whoa.
he's
Yeah,
gay
you're
for
right.
Wallace, which is a whole thing.
I think
Contagious.
Scott's
Yeah.
straight.
That's another episode, guys.
do you think Scott Pilgrim's gay?
I think Scott Pilgrim is the token straight.
Probably.
Yeah.
Anyway, on that note,
No.
Instagram, Brats in the Back Row. TikTok, Brats Pod. Tumblr, Brats in the Back Row. Spotify, Brats in the Back Row. YouTube, Brats in the Back Row. Gmail, Brats in the Back Row at gmail.com. Next week, I don't know who it is. Oh, it's May.
Girl, we go in the same order every time.
News to me.
One of these days.
I'll learn. I think it's oh no. Is it the sad movie next week?
This sad.
Are we
Oh
doing
my
another-
god, we're doing
Another one?
another depressing ass film.
Uh-huh.
So get ready.
Starring Paul
This was your
Mescal.
break week. This was no.
Huh?
Shh. This was your break week. Before another before your depressing film. So get ready. Get your tissues ready. On that note, thank you all for listening, watching, loving. I love you. I love you. Remember, John Lennon, or whoever the fuck had they them pronouns, whatever we said.
John Lennon is non-binary.
John Lennon is
Confirmed.
non-binary. You can quote me on it.
Yeah.
Comment
Confirmed
below.
on
Do you
this
believe
podcast.
they are?
Do you believe they are?
Do you believe? And we're gonna use the correct pronouns for John Lennon.
Hell yeah, we are. Because we respect non-binary people and trans people. Not John Lennon included.
Period.
Dead or alive.
What? They're dead. All right. Anyway, bye everyone.
Bye.